ask that you please keep your peace because your voice is not more important than everyone else's attention. If you do not listen, we would ask the authorities to please tap you on the shoulder and please take you outside so that you'll cool down and then come back in with a beautiful mind to listen. Thank you. And with that being said, would the authorities please assist Renee off the stage, please?
The first black
May I have support from the police to help her cool down?
This audience looks like me, and shouldn't our voices be reflected on this table? All of the candidates. Diane Max is here as well, and unfortunately because limited access, she can't have a seat here.
Yes, I was the first one.
Is there police officers in the building? 31 Division, would you please assist us, please?
Black people calling the police on black people when black people want to address issues that affect our lives.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, just one moment. Renee, this is a community event. Volunteers organize it. I'm going to ask you humbly.
How is it that no black candidate, nor me, nor DeWitt Lee, are welcome to this table? We are mayoral candidates in this election, but you have Ari and you have Ari Goldkind at the table, right? I was at the CIJA, I was at the UJA.
I've asked once. Is 31 Division present? May I have support, please?
Don't do the same thing here. Don't do the same thing. Everybody
Thank you very much, officers.
Ari said at the debate on Sunday.
A warm round of applause, please, for the morale to be increased. Let's start again. Renee, we are giving you 1 minute, and then we would ask you to leave the stage.
Here on Jennifer Phillips? No. We have this all the time. Don't worry, don't record it.
All right, so
I see her almost every third. I see her.
This is the statement from Winston LaRose. A leader in this community. His birthday is today, and he's been in this community for over
happy birthday, Winston LaRose. A warm round of applause for Winston LaRose's birthday.
sure that we all have access? Question goes in.
Ari is here.
And you guys
Here. Ari is here. Ari is here. Ari needs to get off the stage. Ari needs to get off the stage. That's our responsibility. Ari is here. Everybody. If Ari is here, she should be here. If Ari is
There's over 100 candidates.
Excuse me, please keep the peace. This is not a circus. You guys are acting like you're not adults. Please have maturity here. There's a problem and we're trying to rectify it. Give us a moment, please. Thank you.
Why'd you come down and standing from the mic and say that? Have your platform. Go ahead. Next time, welcome voices.
Hold it. We're proud of you. We're proud of what you're doing.
Okay, then you make go ahead.
What you're doing, because this is democracy. If you have to leave, Ari should leave.
Let's talk about it.
Relax, this is the break that we all live here. Let people talk. Leave alone. They don't want to go out. We're gonna be all the news now.
Hi, if everyone in the audience could please keep your voices down. We're trying to get the solution rectified so we can move forward with the debate. Thank you.
There's a solution, and she can say, either they both stay or they both leave.
Controller? Oh my God. You think I can get control? Women have voices.
Anyone joining the debate here?
It's going to be on TV. It's on TV right now. It's live. It's live.
All right, let's get started. Wonderful.
Just the circles to go on.
Wonderful. Renee,
We're gonna be
We
on
need
the
two
freaking
microphones,
TV channel
please.
print for this shit.
Tech support.
You know, they
Renee has stolen our
voice.
voices, so we need to return the voices to the people.
Yes, yes.
Renee,
Saying the same thing.
I am totally
You know, we all on the
ashamed
TV with the-
of myself for not inviting you, and it's a very hard task in accommodating all the voices at this table. We spoke before, and I ask that you do not become emotionally attached to the work, but definitely you are standing for a cause, and I would ask that you speak to the people for 3 minutes, and then I would ask that you maturely excuse yourself, because at the end of the day, this is a democratic process that has been closed now, in a sense where we've reached out to people, we've made a decision, and it's final. I'm sure yesterday you heard about the challenges we had at making this event a success, and we know that you are not going to let your self-serving interests make this event a failure, because you are wise, you are a leader, and we look forward to seeing you in future candidate debates. But today is here for the top 3 people. If Doug comes, it'll be 4. Unfortunately, he may not come. Thank you.
It's unfair. She's here
3
for
minutes.
now.
Renee.
You just said to me about why is Ari here, Miss Chow. You asked me, well, why is Ari here?
Renee, please do not address the other candidates. We're asking you to address the audience, not the
The
candidates.
point is, first and foremost, nobody tells me about whose interests I serve. I can speak for myself, and I serve the interests of the public. I serve the interests of democracy. I serve the interests of inclusion, not exclusion or discrimination. Unfortunately, what everybody has been observing in these debates is exclusion, because you only seem to see 3 candidates out of the 65 who are running for mayor. Quite frankly, I am disappointed as a leader of this pillar of this community. Mr. Winston LaRose has said that he is extremely disappointed, which is why he's not here. It is his birthday, but he would have cut it short and he would have been here tonight. He has given me permission to state that he is absolutely disappointed in you, sir, Mr. Clark,
No worries.
that you organized this event and excluded the only 2 black candidates in this mayoral election. There are several candidates who are here, who are trustees in this area. They are here. Please do talk to them. They are black. And there are also candidates here who are councilors in the area. Please talk to them. They're black. Now, it's not limited to color, but when you talk about the area and priority needs neighborhood, and that the majority of the population here is black, they want to see a representation of them on this table. They want to know that they have a hope for the future, that their voices are going to be fairly represented in government and have access. Right now, we're seeing exclusion. They're not allowing access here, and even somebody who looks like
1
us.
minute left.
We always have people amongst us who are not for us, and this is another demonstration of that. You also see in media the exclusion of all candidates. Now, people say, well, how do you involve everyone? You can do that simply by a draw if you want it to be fair. I can tell you that not one person on this platform has stood up for truth. And if you stand for truth, you stand boldly. You see how hard I'm fighting right now? I'm fighting the same way for you in government, to ensure that you have access, to ensure that you have a right to be heard, to ensure that you have a seat at the decision-making table that affects each of your lives. Make sure that when you go to vote, don't wait until the 27th. That's the last day to vote. Early voting starts next week. It's October 14th to 19th. You have the right to exercise your civic responsibility, and that is to go out and vote early. And I trust that you remember, vote Dion Renee on election day. A vote for Dion Renee becomes a voice for you.
Wonderful.
I'm number 41 on the ballot.
That's it. Thank you very much, Renee.
Nobody tells me about that's it.
Jamal,
If I'm
please
getting up, I'm
assist
getting
her.
up of my own.
That's it, Renee. Thank you very much for your time. You've got 3 minutes, and the 3 minutes is finished. Thank you.
I'm getting up on my own recourse.
Thank you
Because
very
I am
much, Renee.
disgusted with what's going on. If anybody else is disgusted, I would encourage you to leave too, because all you're going to hear tonight is rhetoric. And that's what we're tired of. I will be back in Jada Fitch tomorrow to meet the people who live here, to make sure that we hear from you fairly and that your voice is heard. Thank you and have a good night. I am leaving.
Thank you, Renee.
Disgusted.
And now back to our scheduled programming. with all due respect, it's not being rude. I think that was just rude. In any event, I would like to say that we have to change.
At least I got a water. Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you first. So we are behind on time, so I'm going to rush right into it. I trust that you would accommodate my change of programming because we have to have a wonderful debate. Our speaking order is Ari, Olivia, and John. Is that set? We have 1 minute to address questions, 30 seconds for rebuttals, and if rebuttals are not for every question, we'll be instructed that's an option. I apologize to you all, and I ask that you are sympathetic for the issues in this community so that we can actually bring resolution, bring support and attention to the issues that are challenging the community. We're going to get right into it. You ready? No. Are you ready? We're going to start with civic engagement. Paradoxically, vote. Oh, you were good, John. Do you think we should still have opening statements after that? It's okay? Wonderful. I think we all know the candidates. We're going to get into the questions. Fantastic. Paradoxically, voter disengagement, particularly